Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to this online training session. In this training session, we are learning about English conversation, and our today's topic is sound. Sounds in English language. This is one of the important chapter in English language that we need to learn about the sounds and the delivery of sounds, because in English language, if you produce any sound in a wrong way, it changes the meaning of the word. So this is necessary to understand about the sounds. So in a previous session I said you about the formation of a sentence. So when the different sounds come together, they make a group, and that group is called the word. When the different words come together and they make a group, that group is called a sentence. Okay, so basically if your sound is not correct, your word will be wrong and your sentence will be ultimately wrong, and you will convey a wrong message. Okay, so this is necessary to make a word with a proper sound. So today we are going to learn about the different types of sounds in English language and how to deliver these sounds. Okay, because sounds matter a lot in English language, especially in spoken English. And in spoken English, there are many words which seems different in written format and which are different in sound. For example, when we say walk, talk, could, would, in all these words there is L, there is a sound of L, but we don't spell it. Why? Because according to the rules and regulation of English language, L is silent in these words. Okay, in walk, what is the spelling of walk? W-A-L-K. What is the spelling of talk? T-A-L-K. What is the spelling of could? C-O-U-L-D. But in all these words, the L is silent. We don't pronounce L. We don't say could, we don't say would, we don't say walk, we don't say talk, but we say walk, talk, could, would. Why? Because these sounds are silent. But while reading, we find that these letters are there in the word. These alphabet letters are in our word. But why don't we use it in our sound? So today we are going to talk about this only. So the sounds are very important, because in English language there are some words which sound similarly. For example, if I say still and still, 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 still. Now I have said three different words, but when you listen these words, it seems that all these three are same. But when you look at these words, you will find different spelling for each and every word. For example, the first word still, S-T-I-L-L. Second word steal, S-T-E-A-L. Steal means chori karna. तीसरा स्टील, S-T-E-E-L. स्टील, स्टील means लोहा, ठीक है, metal. So it happens with us. Okay, when we say, so we don't find difference between two words, but when we read these words, we find the difference in spelling. Okay, again some words like plan and plane. Plan and plane, there is only one letter difference between plan and plane. In plane we use E at the end of the word. The same fond and found. Fond and found. Similarly, went, want, won't. Went, want, won't. So if a person tries to speak English and if he does not make the proper difference between this sound went, want and won't, what will happen? For example, want and won't. If I want to say that I want to meet you, I want to meet you, what is the meaning of this sentence? मैं तुमसे मिलना चाहता हूँ, ठीक है. लेकिन अगर मैं ये कहूँ I won't meet you, I won't meet you, इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? I will not meet you, यानी मैं तुमसे नहीं मिलूंगा, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पर सिर्फ want और won't, ये प्रोनाउंसिएशन की वजह से उस सेंटेंस का मीनिंग चेंज हो जाता है. सो नाउ दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस टू अंडरस्टैंड the different sounds and how to produce these sounds. Then only the other person will understand my message properly, and then only the person will respond me accordingly. So now let's talk about the sounds. As I said in previous session that English language is made of various languages like French, German, Greek, Latin. English language is the collection of these words. Okay. Now the interesting thing is that, as I said in previous session, that there are many countries in the world. Means almost 95% countries, they don't have English as their native language, so they also learn English language like we learn. So what the Britishers have done, the English language countries have done, they made an organization, and the name of the organization is International Phonetics Association. The word phonetics, you must have listened it many a times. कई बार आपने ये नाम सुना होगा, phonetics, phonetics, phonetics. तो what is phonetics? So phonetics ये जो है, ये अपने आप में स्टडी ऑफ साउंड है. इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज के साउंड्स की स्टडी का एक फॉर्मेट बनाया गया है, उसको कहा जाता है फोनेटिक्स. और उसको जो बनाने वाली एसोसिएशन है उसका नाम है इंटरनेशनल फोनेटिक्स एसोसिएशन, IPA. ये आपको डिक्शनरी में कई जगह कुछ वर्ड्स के आगे लिखा मिलेगा कि ये IPA इसका साउंड इस तरह से सजेस्ट करता है. ठीक है. तो IPA इंटरनेशनल फोनेटिक्स एसोसिएशन, ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाने का मकसद यही था कि दुनिया में अक्सर कंट्रीज ऐसी है जो नॉन इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग कंट्रीज है, तो अब उनको अगर इंग्लिश बोलनी है तो सही साउंड को सही तरह से प्रोनाउंस किस तरह किया जाए, उनके लिए ये फोनेटिक्स बनाया गया है. और ये फोनेटिक्स है क्या? फोनेटिक्स ये एक ग्रुप ऑफ सिंबल्स का नाम है. ठीक है. कि हर साउंड को किस तरह से प्रोनाउंस किया जाएगा उसके लिए एक सिंबल तैयार किया गया है, और आपको उस सिंबल्स की मदद से आपको वर्ड को प्रोनाउंस करना है. ठीक है. जैसा हम जानते हैं इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज में अगर लेटर्स की बात करें तो 26 लेटर्स है, 26 लेटर्स हमारे पास है. ठीक है. लेकिन साउंड 26 नहीं है, साउंड उससे डबल है. ठीक है. 26 सिर्फ लेटर्स है, ABCD YXYZ तक सिर्फ 26 है, लेकिन साउंड कितने हैं? 44 साउंड्स है हमारे पास. तो अब ये 44 साउंड्स को किस तरह से प्रोड्यूस किया जाता है ये सिखाने के लिए IPA ने फोनेटिक्स के सिंबल तैयार किए, और उन फोनेटिक्स के सिंबल के जरिए आपको समझाया गया कि किस तरह से साउंड होता है. क्योंकि इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज के कुछ लेटर्स ऐसे हैं जो जाहिरन दिखते कुछ और है लेकिन साउंड कुछ और प्रोड्यूस करते हैं. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल C, कहने के लिए वो C है लेकिन अक्सर उसका साउंड क का निकलता है. कैट है ना, कार, केबल. तो ये क्या हो गया? अब ये एक नया इंग्लिश सीखने वाला परेशान हो जाएगा कि C का C है लेकिन साउंड K का है. उसी तरह लेटर G का है लेकिन साउंड ग का है ना. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल गेम, हम उसको G कहते हैं तो वो तो जेम होना चाहिए था. ठीक है. उसी तरह ऐसे कई वर्ड्स, ऐसे कई लेटर्स है कि जो दिखने में एक है लेकिन उनका साउंड कुछ और है. इसलिए मैंने कहा कि लेटर सिर्फ 26 है लेकिन साउंड हमारे पास 44 है. तो ये 44 साउंड को समझने के लिए IPA फोनेटिक्स ने सिंबल्स तैयार किए हैं, ताकि इन सिंबल्स की मदद से आप किसी भी वर्ड के सही साउंड को प्रोनाउंस कर सके. ठीक है. तो अब यहां पर हम देखेंगे ये 44 साउंड्स है क्या और कैसे है. तो ये 44 साउंड्स जो है ये दो मेजर कैटेगरीज में डिवाइड किए हुए हैं. एक है वॉवेल और दूसरा कॉन्सोनेंट. ठीक है. अभी तक हमने जो वॉवेल और कॉन्सोनेंट सीखा है, हमने उसको सिर्फ ऐसे ही सीखा है कि वॉवेल साउंड क्या होता है, A, E, I, O और U. ये 5 लेटर्स वॉवेल साउंड है, बाकी जो बच गए वो कॉन्सोनेंट है. ठीक है. यानी हमारे हिसाब से अभी तक 5 वॉवेल थे और 21 कॉन्सोनेंट थे, बट फोनेटिक्स के हिसाब से 44 साउंड से टोटल, जिसमें से 20 वॉवेल है और 24 कॉन्सोनेंट साउंड है. ठीक है. तो अब यहां बात करते हैं कि 20 वॉवेल और 20 कॉन्सोनेंट. अब ये वॉवेल और कॉन्सोनेंट क्या है, इनको इस तरह से कैसे कैटेगराइज किया गया है. तो आप ये समझिए, वॉवेल साउंड वो साउंड होता है जो बड़ी आसानी से माउथ के बाहर आता है. ठीक है. अब इसको समझने के लिए पहले एक छोटा सा आपको साउंड का मैकेनिज्म समझना होगा कि हाउ डू वी प्रोड्यूस अ साउंड. ठीक है. हम जो बात करते हैं, ये बात करने के लिए जो आवाज बाहर आती है ये कैसे आती है. तो इसके लिए हमारी बॉडी के बहुत सारे ऑर्गन्स काम करते हैं. मींस द मेनी पार्ट्स ऑफ बॉडीज दे वर्क टुगेदर टू प्रोड्यूस वन साउंड. फॉर एग्जांपल आवर लंग, our breathing system, complete breathing system, then our windpipe, our food pipe, okay, then our throat, then uvula, our tongue, again our internal cavity of our mouth, then teeth, then tongue and lips, nose. These all organs work together to produce one sound. Okay, so now when we speak, when we say something, when we produce a sound, so what happens actually? When we say something, the air comes out of the mouth. The air comes out of the mouth. You just try to say something and you will feel that the air is coming out of the mouth. You cannot say any word होल्डिंग योर ब्रीथ, सांस रोक कर बात नहीं होती है, ठीक है। तो ये जो बात है, जो आवाज है, ये हमारी जो ब्रीदिंग सिस्टम है, ये इसके जरिए हवा की शक्ल में बाहर आती है, एयर के साथ बाहर आती है। तो इसमें हमारे एयर सिस्टम का, हमारे ब्रीदिंग सिस्टम का बहुत बड़ा रोल है किसी भी साउंड को प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए, ठीक है। तो अब बेसिक डिफरेंस जो है वॉवेल और कॉन्सोनेंट में, वो इसी एयर स्ट्रीम का है। तो वॉवेल में होता क्या है, जब हम वॉवेल साउंड प्रोड्यूस करते हैं तो वॉवेल साउंड में ये एयर इजीली बाहर आ जाती है, उसको कोई ब्लॉकेज नहीं होता है। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल हम कहते हैं आ, ए, ओ, ई, ओ, ये सब क्या है, ये वॉवेल साउंड है। इसमें क्या हो रहा है, ना आपके लिप्स का मूवमेंट है, ना आपकी टंग का मूवमेंट है, मींस द एयर इज इजीली कमिंग आउट ऑफ योर माउथ। देयरफॉर दीज साउंड्स आर कॉल्ड वॉवेल साउंड। ओके, now what are the consonant sound? The sounds, when we try to produce the consonant sound, so some organs of our body tries to create the blockage. When the air is blocked while producing a sound, that sound is called consonant sound. For example, now consonant sound, r, R is consonant. When you say R, what is happening? Rapidly your tongue is moving. When you say P, so what is happening? Your both the lips are trying to block the air, like P, K, K. When you say K, so what is happening? Your tongue is going upside and trying to block the air. K, M, N, L, T, D. So all these consonant sounds try to block the air, therefore these are called consonant sound. So basically the difference between vowel and consonant is the sound which easily comes out of the mouth without any blockage is called vowel sound, and the sound which faces the air blockage is called the consonant sound. Okay, I hope you have understood this basic difference between vowel and consonant. Now we'll see vowels are also, there are two types of vowels. Out of 20 vowels, the 12 vowels are single sound vowel, and the 8 vowels, remaining 8 vowels are called double vowel sound, or we call them diphthongs also. Okay, so what is single vowel sound and what is double vowel sound? The single vowel sound, where only one sound we have, like for example E, A, O, A, these are the single vowel. Okay, but when we have two sounds and both are vowel, then we call them double vowel sound or diphthongs. For example, E, A, O, E, E, A, O, A, E, O, these are the double vowel sounds. These are called diphthongs also. Okay, again, so these 44 sounds we need to understand if you want to improve your pronunciation, if you want to improve your accent. Okay, and if you want that your listeners should understand your message clearly, then you need to understand all these 44 sounds. And for that, what you need to do, you need to download one chart of phonetic symbol. Download from Google a chart of phonetic symbol, and according to that you need to practice. Okay, again in dictionary also you can learn. Once you have gone through that chart, when you will refer the dictionary, before each and every word you will find these symbols of phonetic sounds, and these phonetic symbols show you how to produce a sound, how to pronounce a sound. Okay, so in this way I hope you will be able to make a proper sound, you will be able to produce a particular sound. Again, here we have nasal sound also. Okay, as I said, vowel and consonant, so one more category is there, that is called nasal sound. Nasal sound means the sound, the air comes out of the nose. So to produce a nasal sound, air should come out of the mouth, and without producing air from the nose, you cannot produce a nasal sound. So what are the nasal sound? It is very simple, only one we can say, the sound of n. The sound of n. No, yeah, young, ing. Where we have the sound of no, that is the nasal sound. So why it is called nasal sound? Because while pronouncing this sound, the air comes out of the nose, and you cannot pronounce this sound keeping your nostrils closed. For example, if you close your nose, you cannot say singing, you cannot say bringing, you cannot say bring, you cannot say arranging. Means the sound of ing is called the nasal sound, and you cannot produce these sounds keeping your nose closed. Okay, so this is nasal sound. Again, phonetic sound you need to learn. Why? Because in English language there are some sounds where you need to give less stress, where you need to give more stress. There are some sounds where you need to have the short raise of the voice. Sometimes you have to have the long raise of the voice. You need to raise the voice. Okay, like for example, tooth and tooth. Again, fit and feet, sit and seat. So these are the sounds where you need to understand the phonetics, and then only you will come to know about the long stress, short stress, raised and short raised sounds. Okay, so these are all about the sounds. So I have discussed with you all the 44 sounds, the importance of sounds, and the vowel and consonant sounds. I hope you will go to Google, you will download the chart of phonetic symbols, and according to the chart of phonetics you will practice. Because what I always say that if you are a new learner and you are at a very basic level, so no need to worry about this. Okay, first you need to understand the basic structure and all, and a little bit you can avoid this sound system also. Later on you can develop. But again, if you struggle more, if you put more efforts, and from beginning you keep your sound accurate, it will help you to learn your language faster. Because what happened, sometime I have observed, there are many people, those who have developed their English, they are very good at grammar, they are very good at sentence construction, but their pronunciation, their accent is very pathetic, very pathetic. I know a teacher who taught English language in a school for more than 15 years. But when she came to learn communicating English with me, so I took her test, and within few days I understood that she is very good at grammar, she is very good at vocabulary. Then why she has joined this class to learn English language? So I asked her to present a story, or I asked her to tell an incident which happened with her previously. So she started to say an incident in a very pathetic way. She was saying like, she's saying her incident in this manner. She is an English teacher, and how she's saying, she said, I went to a village, there I meet a man, he helped me to find out the school in my village, there people respected me. Now what is this? This is not the native English speaking style. This is very, very pathetic style of English speaking. So she was good at grammar, she was good at vocabulary, and she was making sentences also. But this kind of speaking was not at all expected from a person who is teaching English at a school. So what was what was expected there. If she was so good at English language, she was supposed to speak this in this manner. I went to a village. There I met a man who took me to a school. There people respected me a lot. This is the proper manner. So it happens. If you don't focus on sound system, and if you only develop your English structure, vocabulary and grammar, so the day comes when you find it very difficult to change your sounds, to change your style of speaking, to change your pronunciation. So as time is being, you need to focus on your sound. You should check your sound system. You need to practice the proper pronunciation of each and every sound. So these 44 sounds are ideal for you. I hope you all will practice these 44 sounds and you will improve your pronunciation, so that people will understand you easily wherever you go in the world. So try to speak English in a neutral accent. Neutral accent is good. It is easily understandable for the people of every corner. So that's it only. Today we will stop here. This much only for today's session. So take care. Stay at home. Don't go outside, and help the people, those who are in need. Thank you so much. All the best.